sunny day in Beijing. Since 1979, only 10% of legislation introduced in China had the goal of environmental regulation. And as Wang Jin, a professor at Peking University and environmental law expert, it's been useless in curbing pollution in China. Their businesses may be largely unhindered by environmental regulation, but at what cost? As many Americans struggle with the recession and the next presidential election looms, many contending politicians like Michelle Bachmann and Rick Perry have been vocal about shutting down the Environmental Protection Agency, or the EPA. They and the like-minded argue that regulations that American businesses and corporations are required are detrimental to the economy, that they decrease productivity in these businesses and kill jobs that these businesses would be unable to afford. Opponents of the EPA argue against legislation that would regulate mercury, which can cause neurological damage and developmental problems in fetuses, and do not support the regulation of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases that contribute to global climate change. Lisa Jackson, head of the EPA, responds saying that regulating these materials means clean air and water for Americans. She also proposes that the equipment that filters harmful gases, chemicals, and elements would actually create jobs, as someone needs to install the equipment, maintain it, check on it, and enforce its use. She also claims that American air and water has been remarkably clean during times of economic boom, suggesting that it is possible to support environmental regulation while prospering monetarily. In the light of most EPA's opposition coming from right of center, Jackson also recalls that the EPA was created during a Republican administration, their Nixon presidency, and that bills proposed by the EPA, and like the Clean Water Act, were supported and voted for by both political parties. Meanwhile, the New York Times reports that polls and surveys show that most Americans trust the EPA and are concerned about air and water pollution. The EPA has been around to make sure that Americans have clean air and water for 40 years, in both times of economic success and slump. Is it correct to make it a villain to the prosperity of American businesses? To go even further, are the potential economic benefits of allowing businesses and corporations to go unbridled by environmental regulation even worth the pollution and health risks that it would cause? I'd like to end with a Cree proverb that has haunted me when I think about this issue. Only when the last tree has died and the last river has been poisoned and the last fish been caught will we realize that we can't eat money. Thank you.
Nice work.